Welcome everyone to episode 211 of the Trust the Plan podcast. My name is Nick.
And I am Jim.
And today we're talking about Jim's kids.
It's always a good topic. Everybody's interested in that. No, I actually had
what's on your mind? Yeah.
I had an interesting conversation with my kids the other day. I have a daughter who's college age, coming up soon. And as we approached that, I had a conversation with her about, Mom and I have money set aside. We have money in a 529 to help pay for college. But the more that you can come up with, whether it's through academic scholarships, athletic scholarships, other grants, whatever else you can come up with to reduce that cost, whatever's left, you can keep, right? You can keep whatever's left in that account. And I said, and that's important because new law here in 2024 is starting, but unused 529 money can transfer into a Roth IRA for a kid. And I thought, her 17-year-old brain, how excited is she going to be about Roth IRAs, right? You and I, the viewers know we get excited when we talk about Roth, right? But she wouldn't get so excited about it. But she has an incredibly huge advantage being so young and being able to put a significant amount of money into a Roth IRA. So I tried to give her some information on what that could look like. And I said, listen, if you take this $35,000 and we can get all of it into a Roth IRA for you, and you don't even have to touch this money. Just sit there and let it grow. She's young, so we can be an aggressive investor. Like I'm thinking like a total market index or something. So I used an 8% rate of return for her. I said, if you can have this $35,000 earn 8% over the next 40 years, because at that point she'd only be in her early 60s, right? It would be worth like $850,000 tax-free to her. And that actually got her attention a little bit. She said, oh, that's a lot of money. And I'm like, and it's tax-free. Like, it's huge. And then I said, if you don't need it for 50 years, right? So you don't even need this money until you're 70. It was like 1.8 million.
Wow.
So to me, it was powerful. And I was trying to, get her excited about that as well, to say, look at money that goes into Roths or goes into investments at an early age that can compound over long periods of time is incredibly powerful. So I was excited about it, and I told her about it, and I think she got excited about it a little bit too. So
did she go out and apply for a job?
No, she's applying for scholarships.
That's great. That's
right.
easy
She
money,
did.
yeah.
So she actually did. She downloaded an app that can help her search for scholarships and look for ways to.
Speaking of scholarships, right? We have our 2024 scholarship winners.
Very true.
Right?
Yeah.
Peyton Maloney.
Yep.
Right.
And then Nathan Karotny.
Yeah. So congratulations, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're happy. That's like 20 plus years of scholarships for our Peak family.
Yeah, that's cool. And that's the kind of thing that kids need to take advantage of. Don't disregard small amounts over long periods of time.
Yeah, and don't assume that you can't win. Last year we had 0 applications.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So
we were just trying to.
All you had to do is apply, and you're a winner.
Yeah.
In a year like last year.
Yeah, definitely.
That's kind of sad.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that you said the term Roth like 8 or 9 times there in your little soliloquy.
Uh-huh.
What I'd like to do for post-production
Mm-hmm.
is have a ding every time we say Roth. Ding.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be cool?
It would drive the point home.
I don't think Ashley would like that. All right. So, yeah, 35,000 can be rolled over to the Roth.
Mm-hmm.
And so when we talk about college funding, a lot of times people would say, well, it's like they are programmed to say this.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want money left over in the 529.
Right.
What if they don't go to college? What if, it's overfunded? And I'll tell you this, okay? The type of parents who are going to put a lot of money into a 529, the kids are going to go to college.
Yeah.
That's like all there is to it.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second thing is, I've never seen an overfunded 529 in 20 years.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen, so don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Okay? But now we can be motivated to overfund.
Right.
And that's the difference.
Yeah, and I've had that conversation with people. Like, I'm excited about it now. Like, let's get this money in here. It's tax deferred. It can be tax free forever. And the 529 rules are pretty easy to navigate. If it's a trade school, if it's an electrical school, if it's whatever, books, computers, like all that stuff that you can justify as an educational expense can easily be used to justify a 529 withdrawal.
But like with HSAs, we preach don't use the HSA money. So now it's kind of like, don't use the 529
Yeah.
money.
Yeah.
Right? See that parallel.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes me think, so many times we've sat with clients and said, okay, Jim, right, your kids' 529s are like 90% to goal.
Mm-hmm.
And you might think, oh, well, we need to add more.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say, well, it's okay, right? 90% is pretty close,
Mm-hmm.
right? You can always cash flow it, right?
Right.
You don't really want to have money left over
Mm-hmm.
because what are you going to,
Yeah.
you're going to get penalized on some of the earnings.
Right.
And so this takes away all of that conversation.
Yeah, because in my mind instantly it became, how can I figure out, I gotta manage this 529 so that I have at least 35,000 left so that it can go into the Roth.
Yeah.
Like, that's
It
exciting.
moves the goalposts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does.
I like it a lot. But I'm just curious, does she want to get a job? Right? Because like if I were thinking, all right, how am I gonna keep this money so I can get my 1.8 million, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can work or scholarships,
Mm-hmm.
which means I take less out. I can even go get a loan. That sounds kind of perverse,
Mm-hmm.
right? But it's like I would have to do the experiment,
Yeah.
right? Make some spreadsheets.
Yeah. Yeah, but if you could pay off the loan in 10 years and you can compound your money for 40 or 50 years, it's possible
It's
that
interesting.
it's
It's
an
interesting.
yeah.
It's interesting. Yeah. Okay. Well, yep, the new 529 rules and as it applies to the Pilat family. Thank you for sharing, Jim. At Peak, we believe we can provide education and guidance and help you retire with peak confidence. If you'd like to sit with us to have a second opinion, please reach out at peakwm.com.